Hi, welcome back to my channel, T to the Y to the M to the A-R-A. If you are here for the first time, hello, nice to meet you. My name is TYMARA, and if you are coming back, thank you for coming back and seeing me. All right, today we're going to talk about these locks. I was in the middle of retwisting this hair. You know, it's a fine Sunday and you chilling in the house. I'm sitting here retwisting my hair and I'm like, let me explain a few things about budding. Budding, one of the phases we go through when we have locks in our hair. So stay along and we're going to talk about it.
Tell me, am I dreaming? How the hell you looking so fly? I just got a minute when I looked at you today. I got problems, baby, and I need you to save me. Yep.
So when it comes down to the lock process, there is a process that we all coined and like to call it the ugly phase. And you know that ugly phase is when that budding is starting to happen. It's not the process of the started locks, it's not the process of the finished locks where they're looking nice and the reason why you got motivated to put in the locks in the first place. But it's that ugly stage where it's just like, ugh, you don't know what you want to do with your hair. You think about putting weave over top of it. So when it comes to budding, I want to show you an example. If you look over here, this is the part that I fixed already. It's nice and long. You can see right here, it's touching my shoulder. But over here, see, this is a piece that I did already. So you see how this comes down? But up here, all this is still short. And I'm looking like, how? I have been locked for 11 months. How is my hair locked for 11 months and it's still looking like the same length that it was when I started? It takes a long time for us to kind of grow our hair out. So I'm like, that's a no-no. We're gonna fix this. So you want to know what is lock budding. Lock budding is where your hair shreds and it naturally catches all the shredded hair on the inside of the lock. So inside it catches it. That's when your hair just naturally tingles inside the lock. That's the whole process of having a dread, a lock, or coiled hair. So something natural that happens. It's just all in your perspective of how you want your locks to look. All of this is, to me, is unnecessarily short hair. I grew my hair out for 11 months and it's still the same length. This is how locks look when they're starting to bud. So you see how it's nice and straight, and then right here it has this little part that's just sticking out. Some of us like it, some of us don't. If you're fine with yours, you get off this video. But for the people who don't like this, I'm going to show you what I do to fix mine. So as you see, this is a budded lock. All this over here is kind of bunched up and it's budded. It's no longer straight. So yeah. And then over here, these are the locks that I fixed. If you look at it, none of them are really, you see how it's nice and smooth texture all the way down, and it's still coiled here. It's still locked, but there is no budding on here. So as you see, nice and smooth, nice and smooth. This is the section that I did already to get rid of that budding. Here goes another lock that's just bunched up and budded. I don't like that. I don't. So how long does lock budding last? Lock budding normally happens between the first 3 to 6 months and it lasts anywhere from 6 to 12 months. Of course, it's at your discretion with the type of texture of hair you have and all that, but that tends to be the normal range. So how are you supposed to know when locks are starting to bud? When you have a lock that you just put in, whether you did the 2-strand twist, the 1-strand, or whatever way interlocking, whatever method you use to get started, your hair will wind up having what we just showed you, is that portion of your lock where it's no longer smooth, is no longer looking like the braid or the 2-strand twist that you started with. It's starting to look like this coil hair that's just stuck here at the end, and there's nothing wrong with that. That just means your lock is getting ready to form the way that it should be. And that's beautiful. And now the portion we all been waiting for, how to fix lock budding. So with me, with my locks, what I like to do, I like to find one of those locks. I don't do it to all of them. I like to find me a lock. If I don't like the way that it's forming like this, I don't want all this bunched up. I want it to be nice and smooth. Up here is smooth, but right here is not. So I like to take me a nice rat tooth comb, whatever you call it. Before combing this lock out, as we can see, it comes right here. It does not even touch my shoulder yet. There's no type of length to it whatsoever. And comb this lock out, just the beginning of it. Okay, so up here you'll see it's still coiled and twisted. It's very sturdy, But down here, this is the part that I combed out, so it's no more bunching in here. Right afterwards, I just do the 2 strand twist. So I separate the 2 pieces. As you see up here, I can't pull it apart because this is still interlocked already. So I just take and just do a 2 strand twist again, as if I was doing it, and starting the locks over again. So as you see, you can see how long down this lock comes now that I combed out all the bunching part. Now I do this periodically throughout all of my hair. So once again, this is why this side is long and this side was short, because I still have to do this portion right here. But now you see these 2 pieces fall long compared to this part up here that's bunched up. This is what I do to get rid of all the budding of the thickness part that I don't like. I like for it to be thick, but I don't want it to have all that shrinkage in there. So you can see how stretched this is now, just doing that. And this is how I keep it coiled at the end, because some people have asked that question, how do you keep your curls at the end? That's simply what I do. I just comb them out and just twist them again. And I use my interlocking tool when I'm doing the touch-up method. This is what I use. The link will be listed down below, but that's how I touch my locks up. I do not pound roll. All I use is the interlocking tool. So I hope this video has been helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. Make sure to subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in my next video. See you next time. Bye.